Hey guys, KRaM here, coming at you with another video / life story. Now, today's life story is going to be about the time that I got caught staring at one of my friend's asses. No, it wasn't a guy. I'm not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, I'm just not into that. It was actually a girl. I was hanging out with two girls, and yeah, let's get on with the story. So, if you guys remember from one of my previous stories, Scott was the kid who I was at my friend's house. I think I mentioned him in a story called Kicked Out and Exploring an Abandoned School. I've also mentioned him in multiple different stories. I brought him up, and I just never named him the same thing. I don't remember every story that I brought him up into, and yeah, let's get on with the story. Like I've already fucking said that, you fucking dumbass. Well, anyway, so Scott, I'll just call him Scott again. He was at my house sleeping over. I think we were going to trip on DXM that night, but we just ended up never tripping on DXM. For some reason, I think we were just both too lazy to fucking go all the way down to CVS to get it. And it was, wasn't really our main priority. We had weed. We were happy with that. So we just smoked that. So around like 11 o'clock in the morning, this girl, I'll just call her Tasha. So Tasha texts me at like 11 o'clock in the morning, and she says like, "Hey, yo, can you smoke us up?" She was with another girl. I'm not sure what I'll mention her name in this story. I'll just call her Alexis. I'll call her Alexis. So Tasha texts me, and she's with Alexis, and she's like, "Hey, you want to smoke me up? Smoke me and Alexis up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I'll try to see if Scott wants to come up with me." And turns out he didn't. He was just like, "I'm not ready to go up there and smoke with you." And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" We could just like go over there and chill for a bit. I'm like, "You look fine." He's like, "No, man, I'm not ready." I'm like, "Okay, whatever. I'll just go up whenever you leave." Now keep in mind, it wasn't like really my main priority to smoke them up on my weed that I like just bought from them a couple days ago. Well, not from them, but like somebody that they know. And yeah, it wasn't really my main priority to smoke them up. But I did anyway because I didn't really have anybody to hang out with for the rest of the day. And I was there for like a good hour to 2 hours. We were hanging out. And I had like around like 2.5 grams left. So nothing like too big of an amount. So I figured, hey, I'll just smoke them up. So Scott leaves my house like around like an hour later, and so I'm like, I text Tasha and I say, "Yo," she goes, "Never mind, it's too late now." And I was gonna say if Scott, whenever he left, I could just come up and smoke you up. So I'm like, so I said that, and she says, "Oh no, never mind, you can come on up." So I went up there around like, I don't know, a few minutes after. She lives like right up the street from my house. So I went up there and I went on our back porch and we smoked. And we had a blunt rolled. We rolled a blunt. We were gonna roll it outside, but then me and Alexis both told Tasha that was probably a really bad idea since it was really windy that day. And yeah, so we go inside, we roll the blunt, and just saying, fucking Alexis kind of has a nice ass. Not trying to be pervy or anything, but I'm a guy. Other guys look at girls' asses, so it's not real. Fuck, whatever. It makes me sound weird, but whatever. So she walks by me. Well, Tasha goes in first and sits down on the couch, or sits on the floor, and then goes over to like a nightstand or whatever. And so no, she did sit on a couch. No, I'm fucking the story up. So this is the first time. So we rolled a blunt. We went inside, rolled it, came back outside, smoked it, and it was like really fucking windy. So no. Before all this, I keep fucking the story up. Before we went inside, she had like this big ass like tent thing for her deck that she could put up on like above her deck. So we attempted to put that up. After like 20 minutes of failing, we finally figured it out and figured that the clamps or whatever had to clamp in. And yeah, it took like fucking us 20 minutes to figure out how to fucking pop this thing open and put it above the table and shit. But yeah, we just put that up because it kind of started raining and shit. So we went inside, rolled the blunt, went up back outside, smoked it, and went back inside because I was like, hey, why don't we just smoke again? Because we were already fucking high after the first blunt. So I say to Tasha, why don't we smoke again? And we go back inside, and the wind kind of plays a little bit of a part in this part of the story. Remember that tent that I was just talking about that we put up? Yeah, that thing started like blowing around because this wind was so strong. And so there was only like maybe like, I'm not sure how much, a little less than a gram left, maybe. Or maybe a little more than a gram, or just a gram. So we take that out and we smoke it. Like Tasha, I guess she's good at rolling blunts or whatever, but she rolled it like perfectly. And yeah, it was small and shit. It was perfect for the amount of weed that we had. So she rolled this perfectly. We went back out, smoked, took that thing down, and because it stopped being like all fucking rainy and shit, and we took that thing down. Oh yeah, fuck, what am I doing? what the fuck am I doing? I'm completely missing the point of the story. The story is called Caught Staring at Her Ass, and I completely missed it. So anyway, the second time that we went in the rolled the second blunt, Tasha goes in, sits on the couch, and then in comes Alexis. And like I said, Alexis kind of, fucking, I'd smash 100%. I would if I could. But so she comes walking in, and she walked by. We had music playing, and her ass kind of went to the fucking music. It was great. So anyway, Tasha caught me staring. She laughed about it. She didn't say anything. Alexis was like, what? And I don't think she said anything at the time. So yeah, I guess that's good. So anyway, back to where it was. We took the thing down and we smoked the blunt, and we were also high. So there was like a hawk in the sky that Tasha noticed at the time, and we were both like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then we look up behind us, and there's a fucking hawk just soaring in the sky, and the wind was so strong, it was just staying in one place. So this hawk's just like chilling up there, and we started laughing at shit. So I guess that plays a role with the wind and shit. So anyway, yeah, there was a fucking hawk in the sky, and I can't really explain it enough in the story to the point where it's like actually cool, but it was pretty dope. I wish I could have recorded it, but yeah. So I just wanted to take these last few minutes to talk about people who ask to be smoked up, and people who leech off of other people, aka kind of me, because I never have money, but I do sometimes try to pay my friends back. And getting money is hard out here. I'm not really sure what I want to do with my life. I don't want to work at like Burger King or somewhere that I don't want to work at. I want a job on YouTube. That's like my career choice that I want to do. But yeah, you don't start making money until you hit 1,000 subs. So yeah, again, people who smoke it up, who ask to be smoked up, and people who leech off of other people, again, aka me. If it's like, you gotta kind of realize it. If you're smoking with your friends a lot, you gotta kind of think, hey, am I bringing more weed, or are they bringing more weed? Like, the amount of times that you hang out with them, I've been told by a couple people, like, hey, you need to start, like, well, not a couple people, really one person, but, like, it felt like a couple people. But, like, I've been told, hey, you gotta start, like, getting your own money to get your own stuff. I can't be smoking you up all the time. And I'm like, aw. Because, again, YouTube is my career choice that I want to do. Making videos, it's just really dope to me. And I don't want to work at McDonald's or some shit. So, yeah. Remember to stay awesome. Don't do drugs. What am I doing? Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to stay awesome. Don't do drugs. And peace out.